Imagine going to sleep tonight and waking up not just rested, but biologically younger, with your body having silently incinerated the most dangerous type of fat, the kind that wraps around your organs, leaching toxins and inflaming your entire system. What if I told you that this isn't science fiction, but a achievable reality powered by a single, safe, and astonishingly accessible 200 milligram compound that you can introduce before bed? This isn't about a magical pill or a dangerous pharmaceutical. This is about leveraging a natural substance that your body already produces and understands. A substance that, when optimized, can fundamentally rewire your metabolism for health and longevity. For years, we've been told that weight loss is about brutal calorie restriction and exhausting hours in the gym, and while movement is irreplaceable, the real secret to sustainable transformation lies in mastering your internal chemistry, specifically your hormones. The visceral fat clinging to your liver, pancreas, and intestines isn't just a passive storage unit, it's a metabolically active endocrine organ, pumping out inflammatory signals that disrupt your insulin sensitivity, skyrocket your cortisol, and lock you into a vicious cycle of fat storage and fatigue. The key to breaking this cycle is not just eating less, but eating and supplementing smarter by strategically supporting your body's nocturnal repair processes. The compound we're discussing today acts as a master signaler, telling your body that it's safe to release stored fat, it's time to repair cellular damage, and it's crucial to lower the stress hormones that keep you looking and feeling puffy, inflamed, and older than your years. The evidence for this isn't just anecdotal. It's rooted in a growing body of rigorous clinical research from institutions like the University of Barcelona and studies published in journals like Diabetes and Metabolism that have consistently shown a direct correlation between supplementation with this compound and significant reductions in abdominal circumference, improved insulin markers, and a notable drop in cortisol levels, the primary aging and stress hormone. This is about moving beyond the outdated model of weight loss and stepping into the future of metabolic optimization, where we work with our body's innate intelligence, not against it. The journey to melting away visceral fat and reclaiming your metabolic health begins not with a complex regimen, but with a simple, consistent nightly ritual. This ritual primes your hormonal environment for fat loss, repair, and recovery while you are in the deepest, most restorative stages of sleep. Think of it as putting your body on autopilot for health. While you're dreaming, your body is working, actively dismantling the fat stores that have been so stubborn, sensitizing your cells to insulin so they can efficiently use glucose for energy instead of storing it as fat, and quieting the adrenal glands that have been overproducing cortisol due to the chronic stresses of modern life. The cumulative effect of this nightly tune-up is nothing short of transformative. We are talking about waking up with more energy, clearer skin, a sharper mind, and watching the tape measure around your waist steadily shrink week after week, even if the scale doesn't move dramatically, because you are losing the dense, dangerous, visceral fat, not just water weight. This is the promise of a targeted, scientifically backed approach to nighttime supplementation. But before we dive into the exact protocol, the specific dosage timings, and the critical cofactors that will maximize your results, I need you to do something for me right now. If you're serious about finally understanding the why behind your stubborn belly fat and unlocking a simple, powerful tool to defeat it, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement tells the YouTube algorithm that this is life-changing information that needs to be seen by everyone who needs to hear it. And it ensures you won't miss the crucial details coming up in the next segment that will make or break your success with this protocol. This is more than just a video. It's a masterclass in taking control of your health. So make sure you're part of the community that's getting this information first. So let's pull back the curtain and name this powerful 200 milligram compound that's causing such a stir in the world of metabolic health. It's melatonin. Now, I can already hear the wheels turning in your head. Melatonin, the sleep hormone. How can something I associate with jet lag possibly burn visceral fat and lower insulin? This is where the story gets fascinating and where most people, even many doctors, have a profoundly limited understanding of melatonin's true role in the human body. For decades, melatonin has been pigeonholed as a simple soporific agent, a gentle nudge to help you fall asleep. But groundbreaking research has revealed that melatonin is so much more. It's a potent antioxidant, a powerful anti inflammatory agent, an essential regulator of circadian biology that governs the metabolic activity of every single cell in your body. Your fat cells, or adipocytes, especially the visceral ones, have melatonin receptors. When melatonin binds to these receptors at night, it doesn't just whisper, go to sleep. It shouts a command to activate thermogenesis and initiate lipolysis, the process of breaking down fat for fuel. This is the survival mechanism wired into our DNA from a time when food scarcity was common. The long, cold nights required our bodies to efficiently burn stored fat to maintain core body temperature and vital organ function until sunrise. Melatonin is the hormonal signal that kicks this fat burning furnace into high gear. Furthermore, its impact on insulin is equally profound. Insulin resistance, the precursor to type 2 diabetes, is fundamentally a state of cellular inflammation and dysfunction. Melatonin, through its potent antioxidant properties, directly combats this inflammation at a mitochondrial level, protecting the insulin receptors on your cells from oxidative damage and allowing them to function properly. Studies have shown that melatonin supplementation improves pancreatic beta cell function, which is responsible for producing insulin and enhances glucose uptake in muscle cells, effectively helping to clear sugar from your bloodstream and use it for energy instead of having it converted into more visceral fat. Now, let's talk about cortisol. Public enemy number one for abdominal fat. Your body's cortisol rhythm is meant to be high in the morning to help you wake up and face the day. And then it should gradually decline, reaching its lowest point around midnight to allow for deep restorative sleep. However, in our always on, high stress world, this rhythm is shattered. Late night screen time, work anxiety, and poor sleep habits keep cortisol elevated at night, which directly antagonizes melatonin. High cortisol tells your body to store fat, particularly in the abdominal region, and to break down muscle tissue for energy. By supplementing with 200 milligrams of melatonin before bed, you are effectively pushing back against this misplaced cortisol signal. You are reinforcing the powerful natural circadian command that it is nighttime, it is safe, and it is time for repair and fat burning, not for stress and storage. This hormonal shift is the cornerstone of the entire protocol. The 200 milligram dose is critical because while tiny doses of 0.5 to 5 milligrams are effective for sleep onset, the metabolic benefits related to visceral fat loss, insulin sensitivity, and significant cortisol reduction require a much higher pharmacological dose to saturate those receptors in your adipose tissue and exert the strong antioxidant effects we need. This isn't about a subtle nudge. It's about providing a clear, unmistakable signal to your entire metabolic system. Of course, context is everything. Taking 200 milligrams of melatonin while drinking a soda and eating cookies right before bed will cancel out the benefits. The magic happens when this supplementation is paired with the right lifestyle framework, which we will delve into deeply in the next section. But for now, understand this. You are not just taking a sleep aid, you are administering a powerful metabolic regulator that aligns your body's internal clock with your fat loss and health goals. If this explanation of the real expansive role of melatonin is blowing your mind, if it's connecting dots for you that have never been connected before, then I need you to show some love in the comment section below. Just write Metabolic Reset so I know you're getting this. And so we can build a community of empowered individuals who are taking their health into their own hands based on real science. Now that we've established the profound why behind using 200 milligrams of melatonin, it's time to build the perfect lifestyle fortress around this supplement to ensure you get the spectacular results you're after. A supplement, no matter how powerful, is not a magic bullet. It's a leveraged tool that works synergistically with your daily habits. The first and most critical pillar is your nighttime eating window. To allow melatonin to work its metabolic magic, you must create a significant period of fasting overnight. This means finishing your last meal at least 3 to 4 hours before you take your melatonin and go to bed. Why is this so non-negotiable? Because if you go to bed with a full stomach, your body is still actively digesting food, which means your insulin levels are elevated. High insulin is a storage signal that directly blocks fat burning. You cannot burn fat if insulin is present in the bloodstream. It's a physiological impossibility. By creating a clean fast before bed, you ensure your insulin levels have plummeted, providing a clear metabolic pathway for melatonin to initiate lipolysis and for your body to tap into its visceral fat stores for energy throughout the night. The second pillar is light management, both before and during sleep. Melatonin production is exquisitely sensitive to light, specifically blue light from our phones, laptops, and TVs. Exposure to this light in the evening suppresses your natural melatonin production and can blunt the effect of your supplement. About 90 minutes before bed, you need to become a light ninja. Use blue light blocking glasses, enable night shift modes on all your devices, and dim the lights in your house. Your bedroom itself must be a cave, pitch black. Any light pollution from a street lamp, a digital clock, or a power strip can penetrate your eyelids and disrupt the quality of your sleep, raising cortisol and undermining the very process we're trying to optimize. The third pillar is the composition of your last meal. Your dinner should be centered around high-quality protein like grilled chicken, fish, or tofu. A large serving of non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, spinach, or asparagus, and a modest amount of healthy fats from sources like avocado, olive oil, or nuts. This combination is satiating, provides essential nutrients for overnight repair, and does not cause a significant spike in blood sugar. You must consciously avoid high carbohydrate dinners, especially those laden with refined sugars and starches like pasta, bread, rice, and desserts. A carb-heavy meal before bed will trigger an insulin surge, locking your fat cells shut for the night and completely counteracting the fat-liberating signal from the melatonin. The fourth pillar is consistent sleep and wake times. Your circadian rhythm thrives on predictability. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends, solidifies this powerful rhythm, making your hormonal shifts more robust and efficient. This consistency trains your body to expect the melatonin signal and to prepare for its fat-burning, repair-oriented work. Finally, the fifth pillar is stress management. Chronic psychological stress keeps your sympathetic nervous system, your fight-or-flight system, activated, which keeps cortisol high and makes it difficult to achieve the deep, restorative stages of sleep where growth hormone is released and the most significant repair occurs. Incorporating just 10 to 15 minutes of a calming practice before bed, such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or gentle stretching, can dramatically lower cortisol and set the stage for melatonin to work optimally. When you combine this 200 milligram melatonin protocol with these 5 pillars: overnight fasting, impeccable light hygiene, a low-carb dinner, consistent sleep timing, and pre-sleep stress reduction, you are not just taking a supplement, you are engineering a metabolic environment that is primed for visceral fat loss, hormonal harmony, and deep cellular renewal. This holistic approach is what separates those who get mediocre results from those who experience a true transformation. To make this even easier for you, I've created a complete checklist that outlines this entire nightly routine step by step. It's a PDF guide you can print out and put on your fridge, and it's absolutely free for our channel members. So, if you haven't already, click the join button below this video, select your membership tier, and you'll get instant access to this checklist, along with dozens of other exclusive guides, live Q&As with me, and a private community of like-minded people on the same journey. Let's address the elephant in the room: safety and sourcing. Whenever I discuss a high-dose supplement protocol, it's my ethical duty to provide a full and transparent picture of the potential risks, the contraindications, and how to source a high-quality product that you can trust. First and foremost, you must consult with your healthcare provider before starting this or any new supplement regimen, especially at a dose of 200 milligrams. This is particularly crucial if you have any pre-existing health conditions or are taking other medications. While melatonin is generally very safe and has a remarkably low toxicity profile, there are specific groups of people who should exercise extreme caution or avoid high-dose melatonin altogether. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, the effects of high-dose melatonin on a developing fetus or infant are not well studied, so it is not recommended. Individuals with autoimmune diseases should also be wary, as melatonin can potentially stimulate the immune system, which could exacerbate certain autoimmune conditions. Furthermore, if you are on blood thinning medications like warfarin or certain blood pressure medications, melatonin can interact with them. So medical supervision is essential. For the vast majority of healthy adults, the most common side effect at this dose is morning grogginess or very vivid dreams, which typically subside after a few nights as your body adjusts. To mitigate this, ensure you are giving yourself a solid 7 to 8 hour window for sleep. Now, let's talk about the supplement itself. The quality of the melatonin you purchase is paramount. The supplement industry is notoriously poorly regulated, and studies have shown that the actual melatonin content in a pill can vary wildly from what is stated on the label. Some products have been found to contain only a fraction of the advertised dose, while others have been found to contain contaminants or other undeclared active ingredients, like serotonin. This is why you cannot simply buy the cheapest bottle off the shelf. You need to be a discerning consumer. Look for brands that practice third-party testing. This means an independent laboratory, one with no vested interest in the company, has verified that the product contains exactly what it says it does in the amount it claims and is free from harmful contaminants. These products will often have a seal from organizations like NSF International, USP, United States Pharmacopoeia, or ConsumerLab.com on their label. This third-party verification is your single best guarantee of quality and purity. Another key factor is the form of melatonin. Most cheap supplements use synthetic melatonin, which is effective, but higher-end brands may use phytomelatonin derived from plants, which some experts believe may be more bioeffective due to the presence of cofactors. While the research on phytomelatonin is still emerging, the most important factor remains third-party testing, regardless of the source. You'll also want to consider the formulation. A simple immediate release tablet is perfectly fine for this protocol, as it creates a strong pulse in your system to initiate sleep and the metabolic processes. Time release or sustained release formulations are designed for people who have trouble staying asleep. But for our specific goal of triggering the initial fat burning and repair signals, an immediate release product is ideal. When you start, begin on a Friday night or a night where you don't have critical obligations the next morning, just in case you experience some initial grogginess. Consistency is more important than perfection. Sticking with the protocol night after night, in conjunction with the lifestyle pillars we discussed, is what will yield the cumulative, transformative results you're looking for in reduced visceral fat, improved insulin sensitivity, and lower cortisol. Remember, this is a medium to long-term strategy for metabolic health, not an overnight miracle. But the compounding benefits for your longevity, body composition, and overall vitality are absolutely worth the disciplined approach. If you have any specific questions about your personal situation or want to share your progress, the comments section is a great place to do that. Our community is incredibly supportive and knowledgeable, and I personally read the comments to guide future content and provide help where I can. We've journeyed deep into the science, the protocol, and the safety of using 200 milligrams of melatonin to shrink visceral fat, lower insulin, and drop cortisol. We've uncovered how this powerful hormone acts as a master metabolic signal, how to build the perfect lifestyle around it, and how to source it safely. But now, I want to leave you with the ultimate context, the bigger picture of why mastering this single aspect of your health can create a powerful ripple effect across your entire life. When you commit to this protocol, you are doing so much more than just targeting belly fat. You are making a conscious decision to honor your body's innate circadian rhythm, a rhythm that governs not just your metabolism, but your mood, your cognitive function, your immune resilience, and your rate of aging. The visceral fat you lose is not just an aesthetic victory, it is a functional triumph. Every millimeter your waistline shrinks represents a reduction in the inflammatory factory that was poisoning your system from the inside out. As that inflammation recedes, you will likely notice your skin clearing up, your joint pain diminishing, and your mental fog lifting. The improvement in your insulin sensitivity means your body is becoming a more efficient energy burning machine. You'll experience more stable energy levels throughout the day without the brutal afternoon crashes that drive you to seek out sugar and caffeine. You'll find that your cravings for unhealthy, processed foods naturally diminish because your blood sugar is no longer on a roller coaster. The drop in cortisol is perhaps the most profound shift of all. As your stress hormone profile normalizes, you will feel a greater sense of calm and emotional resilience. You'll handle daily challenges with more grace, you'll sleep more deeply, and you'll wake up feeling truly refreshed, not just caffeinated. This isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. The confidence that comes from taking control of your health in such a fundamental way is immeasurable. It proves to you that you are the architect of your own well-being, and that knowledge empowers you to make other positive changes, perhaps to start a new exercise routine, to learn a new skill, or to pursue a long-held dream with renewed vigor. This 200 milligram nightly ritual is a keystone habit, a small, consistent action that disciplines other areas of your life automatically. It reinforces the importance of a wind-down routine, of mindful eating, and of prioritizing rest. It teaches you that the most powerful transformations often happen in the quiet, dark stillness of the night while the world is asleep. You are not just passively hoping for change, you are actively, biochemically engineering it with every single dose. So I want you to see this not as a mere supplement regimen, but as a commitment to a higher version of yourself, a version that is leaner, healthier, more energetic, more resilient, and more in tune with the natural biological wisdom of your own body. The path to that version of you starts tonight. It starts with the decision to create that 4-hour fasting window before bed. It starts with dimming the lights and putting your phone away. It starts with taking that 200 milligrams of third-party tested melatonin with a glass of water and then surrendering to a deep restorative sleep, trusting that your body is doing the hard work of renewal on your behalf. You have the knowledge. You have the blueprint. Now, the only thing left to do is to take action. This is your moment. This is your metabolic reset. Seize it. If this video has provided you with value you've never found anywhere else, if it has given you a clear, science-backed path to finally tackling that stubborn visceral fat and reclaiming your hormonal health, then I need you to do 3 things for me right now. First, hit that like button with authority. It truly helps spread this message. Second, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss my next deep dive, where we'll be unpacking another powerful biohack for longevity. And third, and most importantly, share this video. Share it with a friend. Share it with a family member. Share it in a group chat with people who you know are struggling with their weight, with sleep, with stress. Be the person who gives them the key to a transformation they thought was impossible. Pay this knowledge forward because everyone deserves to feel this good in their own body. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.